Hey everybody, Peter Vaughn here, back with another What Should You Play? And today we're talking about Letter Tycoon, designed by none other than co-founder of Cardboard Alchemy, Brad Brooks. And I'm a little biased as well since I helped co-publish it back in the day. But we're here to talk about why you should have this in your tabletop collection. And in these videos, we don't do a how to play, we do more of a 5-minute why this is awesome. And so if you comment on this video and subscribe to Cardboard Alchemy, you could win Letter Tycoon. First thing I want to talk about with Letter Tycoon is the fact that you don't need to be a wordsmith in order to win, to have fun. See, that's me. I'm not the best at constructing long words, so I can't beat a Brad Brooks in another word game, but I can actually compete in Letter Tycoon. And the reason for that is there's multiple paths of strategy. There are big letters to go after. Maybe Brad's saving all his money for the E, the most expensive letter in the game. But there are smaller paths of victory, like the R and the S are within my buying reach, and then there's letters with powers on them, which we'll talk about in a second. But that makes it so that I can, even if I'm not making 7 and 8 letter words, stay competitive in Letter Tycoon. And here's the thing, to the alphabet, I'm so sorry. There are letters that are just not the same, okay? You got the X and the Z and the Q and the V, the B, the K, and the J. They're not as good, usually. But see, in Letter Tycoon, if I make a word with a V, I can actually buy the V, and then all of a sudden, for the rest of the game, I can make 2 words on my turn as opposed to 1. Or if I buy the Z, I can add a free S at any time. If you want a challenge, you buy the X, you can actually duplicate a letter. So if I want to spell copper, but there's only 1 P, I got that second P covered. There is a lot of fun with those letters, and because of that, it doesn't make them the boring letters you have to get. Now you can go for those classic A and T, big letters, or you can actually buy yourself a couple of really cool powers in this game. The next thing I want to talk to you about with Letter Tycoon is that it flips traditional word games on their head. It's way more forgiving, relaxing. So in other words, Scrabble has a lot of stress with the fact that if you get a letter like Q, you have to use it, you have to make it work. In this game, of course, Q is one of those letters with a power, but you don't have to keep it. It has this great feeling that you have a hand of 7 cards and there's 3 community letters, and you can make it work with any of the 10. But at the end of that turn, you can scrap everything out of your hand. So you got dealt like 3 eyes, you don't have to keep those. You can keep whatever you want, and you can keep it after you see the community board, which means you have the most information. I mean, we're tycoons here. Of course, we get to decide at the last minute what we want. So Letter Tycoon has this great feeling. Also, Scrabble tends to be, it has 2-letter words, and people memorize those. Everyone knows what those are, or I don't, but some people do. And in this game, it's a 3-letter minimum. And I feel like the other thing we do is that we don't punish you if you don't make 8-letter words. So we balance the scoring in a way that if you make a large word, you still get paid a big chunk of money, but you also get stock, and stock is not usable as purchase power during the game. So we balanced it so that if you are an amazing wordsmith, you're going to get rewarded, but you're not going to be able to get that buyer's edge right away and just get everyone out. So to me, that makes the word game accessible, and I think that's a big deal for Letter Tycoon. You get to own the alphabet in Letter Tycoon, which is kind of fun in its own right. So you're making a word, that's fun, but then if you've got a T in there and you have enough money, you can buy the T. And then when one of your friends makes a word with a T in it, you're like, you gotta pay up. But see, the bank pays. Tycoons can't be bothered with paying their own debts like that. But the thing is, it's a lot of fun to be looking at the letters of the alphabet and what's left. Someone might be buying all the vowels. You might be trying to build a certain strategy with consonants you think will be played. You might even have cards that are on the board. You can kind of see that, there's a couple L's. I'm going to actually buy the L right now. So if someone's going to use those, they pay me money. You get $1 for every use. And not only that, but the patent you buy is worth the same amount at the end. So there's really no danger in buying the alphabet. You're not taking a risk. You're having a fun time being a, tycoon of letters. It's a lot of fun. The last reason I got to tell you about Letter Tycoon is kind of a selfish one, but like I said, I was the co-publisher. My first game company called Squirmy, which my son named, helped get me started in board games, and the second game that I decided to print was Letter Tycoon with Brad Brooks. So there's nothing more personal to us at Cardboard Alchemy than this game. So if everyone was to go out and say, buy it right now, we would not be opposed. It's actually a really fantastic word game. And it's going to get a brand new look by Breaking Games. So this classic edition, this is rare. This is it. But of course, you can win it on this stream. If you subscribe and you comment down below why you love word games, why you hate word games, but maybe you'd give this one a try, something about how you love great art, because Mackenzie Schubert's art is amazing. Anything you want to tell us, In fact, we'll give away 2 copies of Letter Tycoon signed by Brad Brooks. This is a super rare gem, and you definitely want to win it. So tell us why you love games, and game on.